Organization of the United Nations and World Food Programme on Wednesday issued an early warning on acute food insecurity. The report indicates that widespread of conflict coupled with climate and economic stresses is pushing millions to the brink, with acute food insecurity set to increase in both magnitude and severity across 22 countries and territories. Mohamed Baro reports.
Acute food insecurity is set to increase in both magnitude and severity across 22 countries and territories, according to a new United Nations report, where high levels of acute food insecurity are expected to further deteriorate during the outlook period, November 2024 and May 2025. It shows that Palestine, Sudan, South Sudan, Haiti, and Mali remain at the highest alert level and require the most urgent attention. Conflict is the primary driver of hunger in all these areas. The report also draws attention to famine in the Zamzam camp in North Darfur and famine risks in other areas of Sudan, the enduring risks of famine in Palestine, Gaza Strip, and the catastrophic level of acute insecurity in Haiti, Mali, and South Sudan. Maxwell Shibenshana, Deputy Director of the FAO's Office of Emergencies and Resilience, said that conflict and armed violence in North Darfur and Gaza have severely impacted rural livelihood.
In Sudan, for instance, famine has already been declared in Zamzam, a camp in North Darfur, and we also see the risk of famine in Palestine, particularly the Gaza Strip, and the drivers largely are linked to the conflict as well as armed violence that has resulted in displacement of populations. And when we look at the impact of displacement, but also the impact on food systems, we see a situation where populations are no longer able to subsist from their regular livelihoods.
The report spotlights on regional fallout from the crisis in Gaza, which has seen Lebanon engulfed in conflict, and warns that the La Nina weather pattern risks affecting climates through March 2025, threatening fragile food system in already vulnerable regions. Shibenshana also noted that FAO calls for unimpeded access to populations affected by conflict and funding to respond to both immediate and long-term needs.
Where conflict is the major driver of the food insecurity and the humanitarian need, FAO calls for unimpeded access to the population that has been affected, and that humanitarian actors can be facilitated to reach these populations as quickly as possible, and also that funding can be made available to respond with a complete suite of interventions that will meet the immediate need as well as the long-term needs. And in this instance, FAO has been promoting emergency agriculture.
The effects of La Nina weather pattern are expected to further exacerbate some of the food crisis, according to the reports. Without immediate intervention, including increased funding for food and livelihoods assistance, hundreds of thousands more are expected to face starvation in the coming months. While some areas may benefit from improved agricultural conditions, La Nina is likely to cause devastating floods in countries such as Nigeria and South Sudan, contributing to dry conditions in Somalia, Kenya, and Ethiopia. These extreme weather events threaten already fragile food systems, putting millions at risk of hunger. Reporting for Eyeafrica News, I am